Now if I had a horse, a big white flashy horse, I wouldn't be the kind of guy that I appear to be. Well, I'd be different, or I'd be better, a hero right down to the letter, and all them pretty women would be after me. 'Cause I'd be Tom Mix, I'd be the Lone Ranger, I'd be John Wayne, I'd be the tall dark stranger. I could ride into danger, 'cause I'd be brave of course. People would look up to me, 'cause I'd be something that they could aspire to be. And this would all be possible if I just had a horse. If I had a hat, a 10-gallon Stetson hat, well, I'd look so sharp all my friends would be amazed. 'Cause I could tip it to the ladies, my nose would always be shady, and underneath the brim I'd have a Gary Cooper gaze. And I'd be Tom Mix, I'd be the Lone Ranger, I'd be Lash LaRue, I'd be the tall dark stranger. I could save any widow's ranch about 8 seconds flat. And you know people would look up to me, 'cause I'd be something that they could aspire to be. And this would all be possible if I just had a hat. Clothes and trappings don't make the man, I know that's the way it's always gonna be. They can bring out the hero inside, but if that's good enough for me. If I had some boots, they'd go so well with my buckskin suit. I could walk into places I never ever dared to go. With my firm and manly stride, mean guys would just step aside, and I'd be admired by folks I don't even know. And I'd be Gene Autry, I'd be Roy Rogers, I'd have a sidekick who's an old codger. I could chase down the robbers and I could recover the loot. And people would look up to me, 'cause I'd be something that they could aspire to be. And this would all be possible if I just had some boots. 'Cause I'd be Tom Mix, I'd be the Lone Ranger, I'd be John Wayne, I'd be the tall dark stranger. I could ride into danger, 'cause I'd be brave of course. And people would look up to me, 'cause I'd be something that they could aspire to be. And this would all be possible if I just had a horse. This would all be possible if I just had a horse.
I grew up dreaming of being a cowboy and loving the cowboy ways, pursuing the life my high-riding heroes. I burned up my childhood days. I learned all the rules of modern day drifter. Don't hold on to nothing too long. Just take what you need from the ladies and leave them the words of a sad country song. My heroes have always been cowboys. They still are, it seems. Sadly in search of, and one stepping back of themselves, their slow moving dreams. Cowboys are special, their own brand of misery. Been alone too long. You could die from the cold in the arms of a nightmare, knowing well your best days are gone. Picking up hookers instead of my pen, let the words of my youth fade away. Old worn out saddles and worn out memories with no one and no place to stay. My heroes have always been cowboys. They still are, it seems. Sadly in search of, and one stepping back of themselves, slow moving dreams. Sadly in search of, and one stepping back of themselves, their slow moving dreams.
Mike Hernandez was a bueno vaquero, rode some good horses, California style. I watched him for hours and he showed me a little of the old California he knew for a while. Started young horses in Bosal y Fiador, onto the Touraine, the old Spanish spade. Brought them along with two hands that were gentle, some fine reining horses as ever were made. And he'd spin that pony hanging on to the riata. He hung from hereafter in the Willow Creek barn. And I watched and I wondered, man, how could he do that then? He'd change direction and spin him some more round and round and round. Had them big spurs that came from Chihuahua. They never had ever raked hide nor hair. They had a nice jingle, and when he rode by, they made pretty music that danced on the air. Lived in a shack with his wife named Juanita. She cooked on a wood stove, tortillas and beans. After we'd eaten, he said, come I'll show you what the word handle on a good cow horse means. And he'd spin that pony hanging on the riata. He hung from hereafter in the Willow Creek barn. And I watched and I wondered, man, how could it do that then? He'd change direction and spin him some more round and round and round. He never did shout, he never did whisper. He had his own lingo that they understood. A touch of a knee or the lift of a rein, his horses all gave him the best that they could. an old shed out behind his adobe. I helped him to hang up his bridles and gear. That's where I discovered an old tarp that covered 3 trophy saddles won back many years. And he'd spin that pony hanging onto the riata. He hung from a rafter in the Willow Creek barn. And I watched and I wondered, man, how could it do that then? He'd change direction and spin him some more. And he'd spin that pony hanging onto the riata. He hung from a rafter in the Willow Creek barn. And I watched and I wondered, man, how could it do that then? He'd change direction and spin him some more. Round and round, spinning and round, 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 round and round, round, spinning around and round, around and round, spinning round and round.
I was hanging around town, just spending my time, out of a job, not earning a dime. A feller steps up and he said, I suppose you're a bronc fighter from the looks of your clothes. You figures me right, I'm a good one, I claim. Do you happen to have any bad ones to tame? Said he's got one, a bad one to buck. For throwing good riders, he's had lots of luck. I gets all head up and I ask what he pays to ride this old nag for a couple of days.